Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Before we do our next song, I'll take just a second here to introduce the people in the band here. And I'll start over here on my left with the lady who just finished that real neat little fiddle tune there called Ragtime Annie. And we're really glad to have her with us. She's the latest and newest member of our band, and her name is Cindy Brophy. Thank you. And the gentleman who just finished playing the banjo, who's now playing the bass over here, is our good buddy, our longtime friend and Big Band Rambler, Mr. Nick Leslie. And then over here playing the rhythm guitar on the old flat top guitar there is a race car driver and also longtime member of the Big Band Ramblers, Mr. Roy West. And over on the banjo there, who has been playing the bass, she also plays the fiddle, and she does a great job on all the instruments, and she's going to do an old-time tune for us right now. And before we get into this tune, let me say that tomorrow afternoon at the warehouse, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there'll be a big bluegrass jam session there, so anybody who would like to come and listen or sit in and play some bluegrass tunes with us, we'd love to have you. So Mary's going to kick us off with an old tune called Angeline the Baker.
Angeline the baker, her age is 43. I buy her candy by the peck, but she won't marry me.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to dip way back into the past here. I think they say this tune comes all the way back, goes all the way back into the days of the American Revolution, and maybe even earlier than that. It's one called The Soldier's Joy. Thank you. Thank you. We've got one more little tune here picked out for you, and this is a classic bluegrass tune. It was recorded by Flatt and Scruggs back in the early 50s somewhere there, and Nick does a great job of it on the banjo, one called the Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Thank you very much. We enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Gordon Scott and the Big Band Ramblers with some down-home pick. My foot's still tapping, actually. Coming up next, we have Frank Brown and his orchestra. Frank, some Big Band sounds, please.
Thank you.
That is Frank Brown and his orchestra with Marvin Goldstein on piano with some great big band songs. Hope you enjoyed those. You know, we have another great band coming up now. Many vocations are spanned in here in the Big Bend area with this next group that will be performing for you. It is Bogaziti. Enjoy.
trouble with a fast easy line to make me lose control. Hear my heart pounding whenever you walk by. Do you hear my voice, baby? Can't you see it in my Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. We'll do a song now. This is a song by Mr. Bill Wharton, the sauce boss. He allows us to do from time to time. We're going to let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Read him, Ronnie. Let the big dog eat. Let the big dog eat. Hey, thank you very much. What we need is support your local station.
One of the gentlemen in that band, Ron Rumsey, is an engineer here at WFSU-TV, and he wrote a couple of those songs that you heard them play. Also, quite a number of those people work for the Tallahassee Junior Museum, and we are very happy that they participated. We're going to take a little intermission here to give you a chance to support your public TV station while we get ready for the next group, and there's some great music coming up.
All kinds of music. That was a great segue. How about that, from Frank Brown to Bogazzini? Now, if that didn't take you out of your chair, I don't know what will. Now, while you're out of your chair, would you mind stepping over to the telephone, dial 487-3200. The youngsters here in the Air Force ROTC from Godby High School said, hey, you know, we haven't been getting many phone calls at all, and I know we've been entertaining the heck out of you. So if you would, let's give these folks a call. They came here tonight to take your phone calls and to take your pledges of membership, and we're doing it all, and now all these musicians, all these instruments and everything, it's all being done in the hope that we might say to you, join us, won't you? So y'all call now, you hear?
They're all donating their time. Everyone that you see participating in last night's performances and tonight have all donated their time in support of their public television station in hopes that you so much enjoy this kind of performance and local productions that you will call in and pledge your support so that we can continue to bring you programs like what you're seeing this evening. Our phone number is 904-487-3200, or call us toll-free outside Tallahassee, 1-800-322-WFSU. Our volunteers on the phone will explain the different options of membership and how you benefit by receiving our program guide each month of the year of your membership, and the premiums and various other things that might interest you when you become a supporter of public TV. But you are making possible the programs that you see on this station. WFSU-TV is part of Florida State University. We also have WFSG-TV in the Panama City area. We are a local public television station, and we do a lot of programming that is designed especially for our viewers in this area. And we'd like you to call in and just tell us how much you enjoy the programming. You might not quite be ready to take that step of support, but we hope that we'll talk you into it when you hear all the good things that are coming your way on this public TV station.
Donna, we'd like to thank Joanna Sutherland. She just called in a pledge of
She did?
$120.
Well, that
Bless
was
her
great.
heart. Thank you very much, Joanna, and we know you've always been a big supporter of public TV. You know, when you called me a couple of weeks ago, and you and Mary Beth said, hey, we're going to be having our showcase and would like for you to come down and help out, I said, boy, this timing's probably not good. I thought to myself, because the war and everything's going on and everyone's glued to what's going on with the war, and who would have ever thought that here we are, you know, Saturday night, 1 week later.
Really?
And
Things resolved.
Boy, it's a changed country, and a whole lot of euphoria going around right now, a whole lot of pride, and I hope, folks, that you'll share some of that joy with us and become members here. But I can guarantee you this, when I saw that Civil War series broadcast on public television, I said, this is just fabulous. And later the ratings came in. Indeed, it was fabulous. It was strong. A lot of people looked at it. But I know that when it comes down to it, sometime in the future, seeing what happened over there in Saudi Arabia, that I'm going to depend on my public television station to bring it to me, and bring it to me without interruption, and bring it to me behind the scenes the way they do everything they do. Outstanding programming. I know you agree. I know you like it. I know it helps you. I know you find it interesting. I know you find it informative. And I know we need your membership. So if you would, just call us. 487.
John's a commercial broadcaster in our area, and I think that when he speaks to you about the importance of public TV, you're speaking really having knowledge about both sides of the coin here and how important it is that your dollars go back into programming here in the public television way. Our number is 904-487-3200. We have jazz coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're taking a short intermission to get ready so that they can perform and allow you to make sure that these kinds of performances will continue on your public television station. So give us a call. Talk to our volunteers. We have a number of people here from the Godby ROTC Junior High program, and they're here supporting their public television station this evening in hopes that they can have an opportunity to talk with you. We're going to the program in about 30 seconds. Remember that our operators are here throughout the performances, hoping to hear from you. And Justin, what's coming up next?
Well, this is the part of the job of mine that I love, and that's introducing great acts, and we have another good one here tonight. A little bit of a break, and now we're going to get back to some entertainment. The next group of young people have distinguished themselves time after time with award-winning performances. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Florida A&M University Jazz Ensemble under the leadership and direction of Mr. Lindsay Sarlian.
I'd like to thank all of you for coming out to make this such a glorious occasion, highlighting all of the wonderful musicians of Tallahassee. And it's our great privilege to play today. And I'd like to take this opportunity just to introduce the members of the group. On bass, we have Mr. James Ward. On drums, Mr. Robert Rucker. And trumpet, Mr. Scotty Barnhart. And I'm Lindsay Sargent. Thank you very much. We'd like to do a composition written by Horace Silver called Peace. Thank you very much. For our last composition, we would like to do one that was written by our trumpet section, Mr. Scotty Barnhart. He wrote a composition called Finding a Space.
That is the Florida A&M University Jazz Ensemble under the direction and leadership of Mr. Lindsey Sargent. Thank you very much, guys. Fantastic music. Judge Charles E. Minor serves on the bench of the 1st District Court of Appeals. However, Judge Minor has another distinction. He's a very talented playwright. Too Much Chain to Swim With was a powerful and full-length play performed at the Florida State University. Tonight, an ex-former mayor of Tallahassee, city commissioner, along with some local personalities, perform songs from another play written by Judge Minor.
Hey, Judge, you ever think much about the old days?
Oh, do I? Well, I'd give my front seat in Hades just to be starting over. Burl, you taking me back now. It seems like only yesterday when coffee was a dime, when lady skirts came down to here, and I was in my prime. I'd trade today for way back when. If I just had the chance, I'd turn the clock hands back around to slow down time's advance. Tomorrows came so fast, it seems today's went by too soon. Before you knew it, Monday turned to Sunday afternoon. If I could understand the why, the where or when or how, I'd never even want to know the things that I know now.
I know what you mean, Judge. You know, Luke's mama told me one time that the good and the bad get lost in the years. When you think back, it's mostly the good things you remember. I still remember spring times and winters without snow, the double features Friday night, the drive-in picture show, whistling on a blade of grass. I still remember how the things we liked to do back then just seem old-fashioned now. Life's been fair and square with me down through all the years, and as the final curtain falls, I won't cry any tears. They say that time repeats itself, the future's like the past, but if it's all the same to time, I'll take yesterday's fast. Some were cold and some were hot, most were good, a few were not, but on the whole we'll cast our lot with all the days gone by. We'll drink a toast to yesterday and throw the glass away. Here's to then, no matter when. Some were cold, some were hot, most were good, a few were not. On the whole, we'll pass on lot with all of the good old days. Give us our
And joining me now on stage is the former mayor by a couple of hours or so, Commissioner Steve Musberg. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, nice to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I guess a little bit of a less burden on you now.
Well, it feels a little bit lighter. I think in the days ahead it's going to feel increasingly better.
Well, all of us here in Tallahassee appreciate your work as mayor for the past year, and appreciate your work here in a couple of seconds on guitar.
Well, it's been a great honor to serve in the role of mayor of the city of Tallahassee. The citizens have been wonderful, and it's just been an exciting year.
Well, we thank you for joining us here at WFSU-TV, and now if you would, help us out a little bit more.
Thanks. I don't have as many heroes these days as I used to have, but two that I do have are Judge Charles Minor and Dr. Irving Fleet. Their work has helped people like myself and many people in this community deal with some of the more difficult issues of right and wrong, of life and death. And it's quite interesting that this particular play focuses on the life of a former governor of the state of Florida. And it's very poignant for us elected officials as we look out and try to distinguish right from wrong, recognizing that in almost every issue, right from wrong is not very clear. Very few things are black and white, a lot of shades of gray. So in this song, Do the Right Thing, the governor's mother is trying to give him some advice as to how to face that question and what to do. And I'm sure, like myself, he often wonders if he'll know when it comes. I might say, Dr. Fleet, I know this was written for orchestra, but my orchestra couldn't come, and I hope a guitar rendition will do just as well. Doing right's as easy as can be. Knowing right's another thing, you see. What may be right for tomorrow may not be right for today. Right for you may not be right for me. Other eyes may see things differently. You can change the world tomorrow or please everybody today. There's no perfect sunset, there's no perfect day. Days go by in moments that change along the way. There's no grandest music, there's no sweetest song, but somehow you will know it when the right thing comes along. Person, there's no faultless man. You just keep on trying to do the best you can. Sometimes your mind won't tell you what may be right or wrong, but in your heart you'll know it when the right thing comes along. You'll know it and you'll do it when the right thing comes along. Thank you. We were able to get a videotape of 2 additional songs in the show itself when it was done at the Turner Auditorium at Tallahassee Community College. And interesting how these groups that interact with the lives of politicians do so. Little Old Ladies in Tennis Shoes will give us a real good look at that. Here it is, Little Old Ladies in Tennis Shoes.
Anita Lambert.
Well, Lambert, the governor's
very busy today. I'm afraid we won't be able to see you.
Well, we're going to wait right here until we do see him, aren't we, ladies?
You bet.
Let's go and come back later.
You stay right where you are.
I want to see the governor.
He's on the phone right now. Wait a minute, I'll tell him.
I'll tell him myself.
Pardon me, sir. Would you sign our petition, please? We want the governor to make the cattlemen pay the sales tax just like the rest of us. Would you mind obliged?
Sign it? Yeah, sign it, all right. There. How's that for a signature? Why don't you people go on about your business and quit meddling in things that don't concern you? What? You're just a bunch of little old ladies in tennis shoes sticking your noses in other people's business.
The people's business is our business. Did you hear what he called us? None of our business. They can call us what they want to. Our beauty lies before us. And a politician with half a brain and better not ignore us. We stand for public good. We have no axe to grind, no special interest to be served, no pockets to be lined. Yes, we're little old ladies in tennis shoes, busy bodies and do-gooders too. They can fuss, they can hope we disappear, but we won't go away until we've had our say. Double talk is a sin that we won't excuse. Double dealing's the same, only worse. If they can't understand all the facts of public life, we'll spell it out for them for page and verse. Yes, we'll play by the rules, mind our P's and Q's. We expect them to do just the same. And to get their attention, we might step on some toes. It makes them furious, but that's okay with us. We will win in the end, truth will never lose. We will be on our guard day and night. It is time that the heart and the mighty understand. We won't give up, we've just begun to fight.
With their sons, and with their fathers, with their husbands, and their brothers. We would like to be doing other things, but we don't have our brothers. They told us you'd be there. Think that we were slaves. We much prefer to be elsewhere while they're out making waves. When the little old ladies in tennis shoes slay dragons and demons of songs, a week's worth of laundry is in the shower stall because they give a damn. We eat a lot of spam rice and they are like carry nation. And when they go to war, there's no truce. You are for or against them, there is no middle ground. And once they get home, they don't turn loose. We got more dirty socks than we'll ever use. We are dancing a cold casserole. Sleeping in the other room alone is for the birds. Locked out without a key is not the place to be. They were real fair about it, they let us choose. Cause they knew that we'd soon see the light. Their ultimatum to us was very clear. If you want to know, you better fight. Hand in hand we stand together, husband, brother, son, and father, all the kids.
Well, the play has wound down to a very difficult ending. The governor has lost his bid for re-election, and he's sitting now in his office wondering, will they remember me? Gerald Jaski singing, Irving Fleet at the piano. Will they remember me?
Like a lonely road that's going nowhere, like an empty canvas in a frame. Life's a play where no one knows the ending, or who's gonna win or lose the game. Footprints slowly fading on a shoreline, autumn blossoms hidden by the snow. That's the way things happen in a lifetime. Years can cover everything we know. Remember me? Will they recall my name? Will they soon forget me? Or did I have my fame? No one can know the future or what tomorrow brings. And even if you had a crystal ball, you really couldn't know it all. If they remember me, I wonder what they'll say. His best was good enough, or he only passed this way. All I want's one thing for certain, long after the final curtain. If they ever think of me, they'll care. They say if you don't have much to remember, there's not a lot of memories to forget.
Short little break.
That really was wonderful.
I'm impressed.
That was Jerry Jaski, counsel to Florida State University, and I just think it's amazing that the writer and composer of Politico, that's Judge Charles Minor and Irving Fleet, and Jerry Jaski and Catherine Kehoe that you saw sing earlier, they all do other things, you know, for a living. They're a judge, orthodontist, and yet they have this wonderful talent to share with everybody, and we were able to share it tonight.
Wrote this. I mean, I'm sitting back here talking to you saying, I don't believe this. This is incredible. Right here. And people from such different walks of life have the talent to put something like that to paper and bring it to life right here. I'm impressed. These folks are with us. Are they going to be?
They are going to be with us in just a couple of minutes. We're going to get them to come up and talk with us about how they got together and how they started working. And of course, earlier we heard Steve Meisberg, City Commissioner, sing one of those songs. And we just are so pleased that we could bring to you the music from this play and have it be a part of our Showcase 91. And this is a public television event here at WFSU-TV, and one that we hope that you'll support by considering becoming a member of the station and helping us make possible more programs like what you're seeing tonight. What I'd like to do is to see if we could get Irving Fleet and Judge Charles Minor to come up and join us, and let's talk with them a little bit. John, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity, the opportunity to meet Charles and Irving, have you?
No, but I certainly have met their work and enjoyed it tremendously. Hi there. Congratulations. It was a very nice evening and a nice performance tonight. You guys have got some talent, huh?
He has.
I know we got a lot of questions for you. Go ahead, Don.
This is Irving Fleet, and of course, Judge Charles Miner, and the judge wrote this play, Politico, and you are the songwriter, is that correct?
That's correct.
How did you two get together?
Well, we had mutual friends in the School of Theater, and Charles Olson, who directed Politico, suggested that we get together, and Charles brought me his play, and I liked it right away and said, yes, let's do it.
Charles, tell me, how is it that after being in the law all these years, and I know you were with the DOE for many years and now a judge, what got you into this?
I don't want to say boredom, because it certainly wasn't that, but I've had an interest in music, particularly music theater, for very many, many years, and I think Irv and I both just wanted to find out if we could actually write something that somebody would like to see or hear.
How did you feel about the way it was performed tonight?
Oh, mercy me.
Happy with it?
Very happy.
We're very happy with those fine singers, and Dr. Fleet's music is just, that was the thing that was the most important thing in the show, was that music.
What I want to know is are you going to do any more work together?
We'd like to. We're in the talking stage about another play. If I might take this opportunity to tell you how wonderful this opportunity has been for us.
Yes.
And how grateful we are to you, and how impressed we are with the professionalism of this studio. We are so fortunate in Tallahassee.
Well, those are kind words for us, and I know that the public TV depends upon support from our viewers, and in order for us to continue doing things like this, making available to people to know that there's talent like this in our community, it depends upon people to support the station. So we really appreciate that you have enjoyed the experience in working with us, and it was a thrill for me to be able to present your work. And of course, I've known Charles Miner a long time, so it was really, and you too. It was really exciting to be able to see the reaction of people to the music tonight.
I know it was a thrill for the entire audience out there, and certainly not only the music, but to know that we've got that kind of talent. Certainly appreciate those kind words about the studio as well, and I don't know if all of our viewers know that what happens here is we set changes one after another. We've had one group after another come up, and you almost had to be here to know what's really happening and how it happens so fast and so coordinated. And talk about the use of the studio here. And a number of programs have been broadcast nationally right from these studios, and I think it showcases a lot of Tallahassee talent right out of these public broadcasting studios. I can't think of any moment, though, that's been more memorable than this. Donna, this is very nice. We appreciate your talent and appreciate your efforts very much.
Well, we both believe, and I'm sure that everybody who has been privileged enough to be here this evening all agree that this is one of the real assets of this community is public television here in the seat of government, and it's we're remarkably fortunate to have it.
Well, we appreciate your saying that and sharing that with us, and we've got some more wonderful music coming up in just a couple of, 30 seconds, I think. We're going to have gospel music, and Justin Kiefer, you're going to tell us a little bit more about what's coming up. If we can do a little switching here of microphones.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming out here this evening. We appreciate your work.
Thank you very much for having us.
If you don't mind, I'm going to step in front of you here. All right, thank you again. The next group, as Donna just said, we have been talking about lots of musical groups. The next group is one of the most talented gospel performers in the music industry today. In 1988, they were featured in the WFSU-TV award-winning program entitled Make a Joyful Noise. Let's give a nice round of applause for God's Ambassadors, directed by Helena Barrington.
our heart seek your face, Lord, and not just your hand, oh Lord. Every breath that we breathe to fulfill our destiny. song.
A new song.
He has done.
For he has done.
Marvelous things.
Marvelous things.
Hey,
A joyful noise.
it's a joyful noise.
A joyful noise.
Sing unto the Lord.
Sing unto the Lord.
A new song.
A new song.
For he has done.
For he has done.
Marvelous things.
Marvelous things.
Come on,
A joyful noise.
a joyful noise unto the Lord.
A joyful noise.
A joyful noise. Sing
Wonderful and mighty King.
wonderful and mighty
Sing
things.
a new song.
Sing a new song.
He's a wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new song.
Sing a new song.
He's done wonderful.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new song unto the Lord. Sing a new song.
Wonderful and mighty
He's
King.
done wonderful.
Sing a new song.
Sing a new song.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new song.
Sing a new song.
He's done wonderful.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new song.
Sing a new song.
You woke up early this morning.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Started you on
Sing
your
a new
way.
song.
Put breath in your body.
Wonderful and mighty
He's
King.
done wonderful.
Sing a new
Sing
song.
a new song. Make a joyful noise.
A joyful noise.
To the Lord, serve the Lord with gladness. Make a joyful
A
noise.
joyful noise.
To the Lord, yeah.
Wonderful and mighty
He's
King.
done wonderful.
Sing a new song.
He's a wonderful and mighty King.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new
Sing a
song.
new song.
He's a wonderful.
Wonderful and mighty King.
I sing a new
Sing a
song.
new song.
He's a wonderful.
Wonderful and mighty King. Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new
Sing a new song.
Sing a new song.
Wonderful and mighty King.
Sing a new
Sing a new song.
You don't have to be sad always.
Wonderful and mighty King.
He's so wonderful.
Sing a new song.
I sing a new song.
Wonderful and mighty
Worship
King.
the Lord our God
Sing a new song.
in spirit and in truth.
Wonderful and mighty King.
The wonderful Lord. He's King of kings. He's Lord of lords. He's the wonderful and mighty King. Sing a new song. The wonderful and mighty King.
Uplifting God's ambassadors from right here in Tallahassee, as are most of the artists and entertainers that have been here tonight. Fantastic.
That was wonderful. I'm telling you, I'm going to find out where they are every Sunday. I want to hear more of
Boy,
that.
has this been an evening? Every kind of musical entertainment under the sun, and it's just run like clockwork. What a
wonderful.
showcase, and that's what it is. all
What
about.
amazes me is how proficient every musician has been, every singer has been. I've sat here for the past 2 days, and I don't think anybody's missed a note. Well, maybe I have, but other than that, fantastic instrumentation and singing. It is truly, I hope you're enjoying it at home as much as we are here.
You know, I'm just amazed that there is so much talent in our area of Tallahassee, is what we've seen tonight and last night. And of course, we want to remind you that this program, Showcase 91, is being brought to you as a kickoff for our annual membership drive on this public television station. It's our way of reminding you of all the wonderful programming that you receive 365 days out of the year here on this station. And we're hoping that you'll take a moment to reflect on that and become a supporter, a member of WFSU-TV. And John, you know how that works.
Oh, it works very easy. All you have to do is dial the number and say, I'd like to be a member. And we can make that easy for you. It takes a little bit of money. And you can handle that monthly, and just thousands and thousands and thousands of people do, but only about 1 out of 10. And we give you that during all the regular pledge talk, so I'm not going to load you down with the 1 out of 10 numbers, but I would like to say we'd like to have you as a member. And we've got, this is showcasing this weekend. We've got a number more days coming up, and folks, we'll have people working these phones. We hope during the coming days that you'll get uplifted.
That's right,
and
as we have been
aboard.
tonight.
Yeah.
Now, the next 2 weeks are extra special for you here at WFSU-TV. I may be putting you on a spot here, but what are the kinds of programming we could expect? I know sometimes they specialize in the programming. Is there?
We've got some wonderful programs coming up. We have a Johnny Mathis special. He's never been on public TV before. Frank Sinatra special, a retrospective of Fred Astaire and, you know, all those wonderful clips of his movies. We've got some special movies. We've got some special nature and Nova programming. There's just a whole host of wonderful things. Tucker, a Tchaikovsky gala, celebration of 150 years of Tchaikovsky. So we hope that you'll stay tuned all throughout the 17 days, but of course, remember, it takes your dollars to make it happen. I think they're ready for us to go to the next performer, and I'm going to let you do that.
Well, thank you very much, Donna. Our next guest performs a medley of songs from popular music shows. If you joined us last night, you were entertained. You will be again tonight. Joined by soprano Lee Ashmore, please welcome vocal artist David Wingate.
Work on the Mississippi. There's some folks work while the others play, pulling those boats from the dawn to sunset, getting no rest till the judgment day. Don't look up and don't look down. You don't, that makes the big boss frown. Bend your knees and bow your head and pull those ropes until you're dead. Let me go away from the Mississippi. Let me go away from the big bad boss. Show me that stream called the River Jordan. That's the old stream that I long to cross. Old Man River, that old man river, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and damn that plants him is soon forgotten. But old Man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk, and you'll land in jail. I get so weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old Man River, he just keeps rolling along. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. Little David was small, but oh my. Little David was small, but oh my. He fought big Goliath, who lay down and dieth. Little David was small, but oh my. Wahoo! Zamambulu, little water, scattywa, Jonah, he lived in a whale. Oh, Jonah, he lived in a whale. Oh, he spent his home in that fish's abdomen. Oh, Jonah, he lived in a whale. Little Moses was found in a stream. Little Moses was found in a stream. He floated on water till old Pharaoh's daughter, she fished him, she said, from that stream. Wahoo! Zimbambulu, hoodly water, scattywa, oh yeah, oh, it ain't necessarily so. Oh, it ain't necessarily so. They tell all you children the devil's a villain. It ain't necessarily so. To get into heaven, don't snap for a 7. Live clean, don't have no faults. Oh, I takes the gospel whenever it's possible, but with a grain of salt. Methuselah lived 900 years. Methuselah lived 900 years. But who calls that living when no gal'll giving to no man what's 900 years? I'm preaching this gospel to show it ain't necessarily so.
Summertime
'cause you is my woman now. You is, and you must laugh and sing and dance for two instead of one. No wrinkle on your brow, no how. Oh, best sorrow of the past is all done. Oh, best, my best, a real happiness is just begun.
And I ain't never going nowhere unless you justify. There's no wrinkle on my brow, no how, and I ain't going. You hear me saying, if you ain't going, with you I'm staying. I was your woman now, was yours forever, morning time and evening time, and summertime and winter time.
Morning time and evening time and summertime and winter time. Yes, you got your man. Yes, he's my woman now and forever. This life is just begun. Time and evening time and summertime and winter time. My best, from this minute I'm telling you, I'll keep this far. Oh, my Bessie, who is happy now, is one
Fantastic singing by Lee Ashmore and David Wingate. Thank them very much. They came here both nights tonight to help us out a little bit. If you indulge us just for a couple of seconds, we have to reposition a piano, so I'll talk about some of the great music you've heard tonight and thank them for coming, like Hal Shows and God's Assembly and God's Ensemble and other groups like that. We have been watching for the past couple of nights some great entertainment, God's Ambassadors. I knew I could remember that group in a second. And hopefully you have been moved at home to possibly call WFSU-TV, become a member, or renew your membership. We really appreciate that. We have been listening on and off through the night to our orchestra behind us, and they have been gracious enough to sit through us for the past 2 nights, not playing all the time, but helping out with the applause every once in a while. We really do appreciate them, all the people who have volunteered their help over the past couple of nights. I am told that we have the piano in place. The next group has been selected as our official orchestra for Showcase 91. Please welcome the Frank Brown Orchestra. like to thank the Frank Brown Orchestra for being here tonight. Excellent music. G. Vinod is a native of India and got his master's degree here at FSU. He's currently working there. Tonight, he performs on his native Indian drum. Please welcome G. Vinod.
WFSU-TV has featured some outstanding and talented performers. Tonight we continue that tradition by presenting an exclusive interview and performance by one of India's most famous artists. Our producer-director, Ellison Womack, talked with this artist about his experiences with the great American performer, Paul Robeson. Here is Dr. Bhupen Hazarika.
Dr. Hazarika, the song was inspired after having met and worked with Paul Robeson. Tell us about that experience and how it inspired the song.
Alison, this question makes me nostalgic. In about the end of the fourth decade of this century, that means 1949, 12th September perhaps it was, I came from India as a government scholar to Columbia University to do my mass communication, PhD. During the first 3 days of my stay, I heard that in the street, Paul Robeson, the great singer, would come and sing for some charity, you know. I think by then he didn't get any hall. And he was singing on the street. And there were thousands of students. We sat on the street itself. There I heard him sing, "Old Man River, You Don't Say Nothing." And I ran to the green room and said, "We have heard about you, sir, in India, all over the world. We were very conscious about his value in the world of socially conscious songs those days." And I met, and then we talked, and then I used to stay near 114th Street, and he used to stay in 125th Street near Columbia University. So since then, I stayed here for 5 years for my PhD. So occasionally, I used to meet him, and I used to go to listen to his groups, and had long discussions about music of the East, and he inspired us. I learned this. Then I noted down the content of Old Man River, because we were just free. India was just free then from colonial rule. See, so we were very much interested in the freedom songs and the protest songs of those days in this great country. So I came even to New Orleans and other places to collect, to listen to these great folk spirituals. And that way I went and wrote it in my Assamese mother tongue. There are 18 major languages in India, as you know. So I started abusing Brahmaputra and sing this song. Later, it was taken nationally because a great poet translated it into Hindi, the biggest language, rather the link language of India today. So it has become a national song almost. Recently, India National Hookup has photographed me against Ganges, the river Ganges, all over. And they have telecast it to the whole nation in important days. The song, the similarity ends only in the first line of the tune, and then the content also changes, because I have asked, "Oh, river Ganges, why are you flowing along without helping the people around you? We have got so many fundamentalism, so many difficulties. Ethics has been spoiled sometimes. Why don't you help us? Why don't you help us?" You know, so it is a complaint towards Mother Ganges. Moreover, I have abused Mother Ganges. For a Hindu, it is very difficult to, for a Hindu composer, it is very difficult to abuse your own mother, you see, right. Mother Ganges. But I did it, and first it was not accepted by some, but the whole nation has accepted this song. And it is my homage to my great guru, Paul Robeson. विस्तार है अपार प्रजा दोनों पार करे हाहाकार निशब्द सदा ओ गंगा तुम गंगा बहती हो क्यों नैतिकता नष्ट हुई मानवता भ्रष्ट हुई निर्लज्ज भाव से बहती हो क्यों विस्तार है अपार प्रजा दोनों पार करे हाहाकार निशब्द सदा ओ गंगा तुम ओ गंगा बहती हो क्यों अनपढ़ जन अक्षरहीन अनगिन जन खाद्य विहीन नेत्र विहीन देख मौन हो क्यों इतिहास की पुकार करे हुंकार ओ गंगा की धार निर्बल जन को सबल संग्रामी समग्रगामी बनाती नहीं हो क्यों व्यक्ति रहे व्यक्ति केंद्रित सकल समाज व्यक्तित्व रहित निष्प्राण समाज को तोड़ती न क्यों इतिहास के पुकार करे हुंकार ओ गंगा की धार निर्बल जन को सबल संग्रामी समग्रगामी बनाती नहीं हो क्यों सुतोष्विनी तुम न रही तुम निश्चय चेतन नहीं प्राणों में प्रेरणा दीती न क्यों उन्मद अबनी कुरुक्षेत्र बनी गंगे जननी नव भारत में भीष्म रूपी सुत समर जयी भीष्म रूपी सुत समर जयी जनती नहीं हो क्यों नैतिकता नष्ट हुई मानवता भ्रष्ट हुई निर्लज्ज भाव से बहती हो क्यों विस्तार है अपार प्रजा दोनों पार करे आकार निशब्द सदा ओ गंगा तुम ओ गंगा बहती हो क्यों विस्तार है अपार प्रजा दोनों पार करे हाहाकार निशब्द सदा ओ गंगा तुम गंगा बहती हो क्यों
If you enjoyed that performance, I want to tell you about something special coming up on WFSU-TV. On March 23rd, we are going to be celebrating the Mahabharata. Turning mic on. Okay.
Live television.
Start that over again. On WFSU-TV on March 23rd, we're going to be doing a special reception right here in the studio that you're invited to, absolutely free. It is a reception honoring the East Indian community and the Mahabharata, which is a Peter Brooks opera that we are going to be showing in March, the end of March, on this station. So wonderful opportunity for you to find out more about the East Indian culture, and we hope that you'll join us. Right now, we want to thank you for joining us the last 2 nights. Justin, you have been a wonderful MC.
Thank you very
And you've
much,
spent a
Donna.
lot of hours here, and I thank you very much for
Well,
that.
it's been an extreme pleasure for me to work with you and with John here. The nuances of live television with microphones and everything like that. But I'd like to thank the Frank Brown Orchestra for playing as well. And I just had a great time. I really did. And hopefully we've got some new members here at WFSU, which is, I guess, the goal we started out to do when we started here last night. But I appreciate you having me here. I thank all of you for watching, and tune in again next year.
John, you know, few last words of encouragement here and tell them about what's coming up next week.
Thank you, Donna. We've got several more days through the 17th, as a matter of fact, that we're going to be taking your pledges. We hope you've enjoyed the entertainment this weekend. We'd like to thank Frank Brown. We'd like to thank all of the entertainers who came out here. Remember, they, like we, like to play to an audience. So anytime you know that they're playing out there, go listen to them, enjoy the show, and we like that audience too. So if you would, become a member, join up. There's lots more to come your way. We'll be asking for your pledge. Hope you'll call our public radio TV station.
Exactly.
Public TV station. Say bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.